Ready when you are.
As ready as I'm gonna be. Darn it, Ellie beat my time for this level. I need to do it at some point. Okay, anyways, time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Really, the only thing I know about this game, it's similar to Super Hot in a way. You kill all the enemies and you get to the end.
Awesome music, and that's all you have to know.
It does.
It's very similar to Super Hot. It's in the first person and there's a bit psychedelic.
And you shoot red things. There you go. That tie
All
in.
the similarity
Perfect.
you need. This is clearly just Super Hot 0.5.
So, what you need to do each level is shoot these red rectangles, and then you get to the end post, and that's it. There's a lot of sort of movement skips to it, like you're seeing we're doing this level the completely unintended way by not completing it, actually. So let's try that again. You have to get some weird angles at shooting some of these enemies. For this level, you just don't do anything at all. You just walk in a straight line, and they end up shooting each other's bullets, which kills them. I don't know why, but a lot of this is just going through as quickly as possible, trying to take the most direct route towards each of these flagpoles and not getting hit like that.
The fact that you have no curse is pretty interesting.
Well, I do
like
have
that.
one, you just can't see it. The game itself does not have one inherently, but I need one. Not that good.
That's cheating.
Yeah. The speed police are gonna ban me one of these days when they catch on, but there's no proof, so it's alright. They do have them separated on the leaderboard, but like it's not, well, not separated, but like it's a little variable, but it doesn't actually matter. Alright, there we go. See if I remember menuing. I do! Alright, that's the first world. There we go.
So is there like a certain way to do menus like there is in Super Hot?
There's
Or is it
some
just-
weird menuing in it, honestly, where you only have to complete a certain amount of levels each stage, so like you'll be seeing me skipping through these levels. I can't do that apparently. Alright, there's a little skip there if you move correctly, but instead I decided I would fall off a ledge. These apples that you're seeing me shoot as well, if they hit the ground, it instantly fails the level, so you have to do it over again, so there's some...
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. There's some situations where you can just ignore them and run towards the goal, or avoid the trigger for them in general, but for the most part, if they go in the air, you need to deal with them. There's also different types of enemies. The only two right now are the rectangular sort of guys that don't shoot at you, and then the squares that do. I don't know what this is supposed to stand for, like it's symbolic for something, but... That shot right there is... Yeah, it probably does. That shot right there is actually pretty difficult, where you have to snipe that guy. You have to aim kind of not at him to hit him. This is weird. Some strangeness going on. I always forget that guy over there. Thank you for the good luck. Oh, whoops, I always forget. I've thought about changing my split name for that to Go Backwards, You Idiot, but have not gotten around to that yet.
It's because you've been putting all your time into Super Hot.
Yeah. I've come back to this a couple times, but it's definitely a pretty fun, fast-paced sort of thing to do. There we go. I can tell when I've hit somebody because there's little, like, stars and happy noises that come out of the gun.
Yeah, they
like,
kind of just go, ow!
Like all guns, obviously. And... yeah, we got everyone. Cool.
It's basically Call of Duty for kids.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice, but it's more crazy, acid trippy sort of stuff instead. Yep, there we go. There's like a lot of really small movement optimizations that go into it, or there's a few really crazy ones that Sigma does for the record. If you have not watched the record for this game, it's actually insane. Some of like the stuff he goes for that saves like small amounts of time, but it saves time, so he has to do it. That I have no clue why or how.
I haven't changed the game name in how long?
Well, I don't know what game I have been playing, but whatever it is, it's been fun. This is Forest. This is when the game starts freshening up a little bit. Swamp is when it really starts getting out of control, but Forest definitely is a difficulty spike. The geometry also is a bit weird in this game, so there's triangles for these hills that I have to aim for a certain triangle to actually get onto it, or else like that I'll slip. So
You just fall to your doom.
yeah, you just fall and die, and they sometimes cheer for you when you die. Which is like the worst thing that can happen to Speedrun is you fall to your death and then just like a little cheer that happens. Like a little random chance. Hopefully it doesn't happen during the run, but it might. So they also introduce these new enemies, which are these red guys with hats, and you can't shoot their bullets to kill them. You have to actually hit them. And they also have heat-seeking shots for some reason. So they really mess everything up and make you sad. Oop, my mouse is dying. That's good. No, I was... Yeah, it's been dying slowly, and I've been hoping it can make it to SGDQ, but no, it might not, because it's just stopping clicking every once in a while.
Can it make it to the end of this run?
You know, I hope so. Fingers crossed, we will see.
Can anyone run to Bullets' house and provide him with a mouse?
I would appreciate that if anyone's nearby.
I'll just get a flight over. It'll be a couple days.
So another mechanic is that if you shoot these blue guys that are surrounding all these enemies, it also automatically fails you. So they just intentionally put them everywhere. Every single place you look, every wall. They'll put them around corners so you get spooked and shoot them by accident, and they just make like these really annoying, loud noises when you kill them. I might shoot one just so you guys can hear the lovely sounds they make. But I forget. Okay, let's shoot this guy. There you go. For this level, you can use this little boost right here and launch up onto this hill and just basically circumvent the level. But you have to kill everybody, so you have to run all the way back here, and it's... I didn't kill that guy. Alright, let me just jump into a pit.
Yeah, the movement optimization in this game is really cool.
Yeah, there's some craziness you can do once you get to a certain level. There's a bit of shot leading you have to do, but for the most part it's running into these weird piles of jelly for some reason. I don't really know what they're supposed to be. Like some grape jelly, not grape, I guess raspberry jelly sort of sludge piles that kill you on contact. Okay, let's shoot him. Also, you see these little bubbles that are starting to pop up when we pass by. Those are not checkpoints, those are things that will kill me if I stand in them. Thankfully, because we're speedrunning, we don't really stand in them very much, but there are a few places like right here that they kind of get in the way. And yeah, if you're standing inside of them, once they fully set up, it'll just instantly kill you, and you have to go back to the beginning. Whoops, I missed him. The angle's kind of weird to shoot at. They have this really fun habit of just putting enemies right around corners to jump out at you and kill you. Because they are bullies, and they hate you. And it only gets worse in the next stage, which is not the last one, but it's the last one we do for any percent. Because technically, once you unlock the last level, you can just go right to the last... after you get the last world, you get to the last level for whatever reason, like it's just always active.
So you just count that as finishing the game?
Yep, there's also all levels, which is even crazier because you have to play through all of Mountain, and Mountain is the hardest thing known to man. It is evil. We are right here at the end of Swamp, and I tried to shoot one of the friendly guys by accident, but thankfully one of the enemies blocked him, so that's good. This is Swamp, and they've decided to add in the mechanic where you can't see anything. And everything is just distorted and foggy, because why not? When you have to shoot things really precisely, not being able to see them is obviously the way to go.
I've just got there on the stream now, and it looks horrifying.
It is, yeah. There's a lot of knowing where something's gonna be, because they'll have apples pop up, and then you'll go through a portal and you have to shoot them the second you get out of it. Like, that there wasn't that bad, but later on it gets really bad. One of the levels I warmed up is that way. You just try to throw as many things at you as possible while having everything be foggy and not visible.
So I guess those yellow teeth are like the portals, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do the skip for this. You're supposed to go around to the left, but you can kind of jump around that wall right there. But it makes that one apple shot you have to do really, really precise and kind of frustrating to do. Also, they've just made it where these weird bullets will spawn in the middle of thin air and just come at you. Like, nobody shoots them, they just kind of exist, and then when you get close enough to them, they run at you and try to ruin your day. And then they do actually ruin your day. But for the most part, once you know where they are, there are ways to avoid spawning some of them or having some of them run at you. There you go. Next is a pretty large scale skip. You have to jump up onto this hill, get onto this sign, and then die. And then after you die, you go back and try to do it again, but you do it right, and then you jump off the sign. And you have to shoot at a guy you can't see, and then run into the flagpole as a bullet's chasing after you to finish the level before you die. Which I almost got there, but I wasn't sure if I had the right angle. Which I did not again.
What I love as well is games that are like specifically made for speedrunning, like this.
Yeah, it's nice. Timer's nice. They have a leaderboard that is like any other online leaderboard in a game, completely full of people that cheat, but yeah.
It's like do every level in 0.01 seconds.
Well, like one of the times is like some weird symbols instead of actually numbers. It's just like money symbol there's just weird stuff going on, and that's apparently first place for one of them.
It's how the Japanese write time, man.
I don't know. I could be right.
It's a fucking storm blowing through my room. Holy shit.
Alright, cool. I have not explained it. The tall guys with the yellow hats, if you leave them alive for too long, they just explode and fail the level as well. Pretty much everything fails the level if you don't deal with it at this point. So you just gotta have to run by everything and just shoot wildly and hope everything works out, and don't cry. Stop crying. Why are you crying?
This game is just out to make everything a misery.
You have to shoot this apple while a bullet's heading towards you, and just like look at the bullet as it's running at you and just keep shooting at the apple instead. This is 420, and it's the hardest level ever, and I hate having to talk about it because I have to say 420. People are like, haha, that's a funny number you've got there. But it's like, no, it's actually a horrible level. I hate it. I wish it didn't exist.
And the fact that you were just thrown into this run out of the blue.
That's alright. So this is the final level. There's one more world, but we can just skip to the last level because why not? Well, for some reason, all the levels unlock when you unlock a world. The mechanic for this is that you can shoot these blue guys and you teleport to them, which we only get to see right there and nowhere else now, since we skip it. And that's time. Didn't give you any warning that time. Just wanted to jump out at you.
No, you didn't!
We get in a spaceship. That's all the plot you're gonna get out of me.
Maybe off by a second.
I'll have a look.
Auto Splitter says 1244. So you're probably right. Auto Splitter's completely wrong.
Yeah, I'd say 45. 44,
Yeah.
45.
I rate that.
So yeah, there you go. That's
Lovely
lovely planet.
That's actually really entertaining. Thank you for filling in on such short notice. I kind of like thrust that on you.
No problem. I enjoy running this game, honestly.
Yeah, it was really cool to watch.
Definitely watch the world record for this if you haven't seen it. Sigma is a crazy human being that is probably a robot. We don't know yet.
And I was doing commentary and had no idea what was happening.
I was shooting things and they died. Mostly.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you for having me.
Yes.
Best of luck with raising money for Freedom Planet. I really want to see it at SDQ.
Yes, so, as do I. It's been,
We're getting there.
it's been a good stream.